In this video, I'm going to tell you the 4 main things I did to go from being a woman who didn't feel shown up for by men, did not feel committed to becoming a woman who was completely chosen and committed to by my dream man. There are very specific things I did to change myself, which then changes my interactions with men and what my reality ended up being. And so that's what I'm going to share with you in this video. A lot of you may not know, but relationships used to be really hard for me. I really struggled with being with people who were not all in with me, and that was a really hard time in my life. But the very specific things I did to change myself are what I'm going to share with you today. And absolutely, without doing these things, there's no way I could have manifested the relationship I'm in now. So I can't wait to share it with you. Before I jump in, I want you to know my course Committed is on sale right now. The link is in the description below. If you're searching to create a life where you are fully committed to, you might want to check out this course. Okay, so let's jump in. The first thing I did was I started to own that I wanted a serious relationship. So back in my 30s, when I was in this experience of not really being committed to being with unavailable men, there was this pattern that I had, which was I would kind of pretend that I didn't really want a serious relationship, in particular with the guy. And I would do that because I thought that's what he wanted. He didn't want a serious relationship, so I have to pretend like I don't want a serious relationship. Well, I stopped doing that. I finally owned to myself, yes, I want a serious relationship. I want the person I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. And when I owned that to myself and started owning that with other people, a lot of things changed with me. An example of this is when I met my husband and we started dating, I said to him really explicitly, I'm not interested in casually dating. I'm in my early 40s. I want to have a family. I want to settle down. That's just who I am. And so you can take that or leave that, but that's who I am. And what he said to me in response is, I am not here to waste your time. And so I just want to say that owning what you really want will pay off. If you want a serious relationship, learn how to own that for yourself and own that to the people you're dating. Tell them that if that's part of the conversation. It's important for you to decide what you want in a relationship. This is part of getting the thing that you really want. Number 2, I got really clear about what a serious relationship would look like, feel like, sound like, all of the things. So what I mean by this is we have to get really clear very specifically about what we are manifesting. I wasn't manifesting just any man to come into my life. There were clear qualities that I wanted in this man, and there were clear things that I wanted him to say to me, clear ways I wanted him to show up with me. So I had to get very clear about that in my own mind. I would think about my man's energy. What is the energy of a man in a serious relationship? Well, he feels really sturdy. He feels like he's very present. He's not going anywhere. He may say things like that to me as well. I'm here for the long haul. I'm in this with you. I want to be with you. I want to have a family with you. I'm not going anywhere. So I'd imagine a man saying those things to me. I got very clear about what is a serious relationship? What are the qualities of it? How does it feel to be in it? And then I would imagine these inner conversations of my man saying these things to me to really help solidify, yes, this is what a serious relationship feels like. Creating that imaginal experience of a serious relationship helped me know exactly what I was manifesting and helped me be able to spot it when it came into my life. Number 3, I learned how to be there for and how to heal my inner child. So what does this mean? Well, this is a part of manifesting that many of my students say has really helped them in their life and in creating a new type of relationship. It's learning to be with the part of you that has felt hurt in relationships before. So with my background in psychology, I know that we all have what is called a wounded self or a wounded child inside of us. And essentially, the way I like to think of this is the part of you and the part of me that was hurt a long time ago, probably in our family and probably in ways that were unintentional, but it just happened. So what can happen is the ways that you were not shown up for by your parents, you can expect that that's what's going to happen in all your relationships that come after it. And we have this subconscious belief that relationships are going to feel this way. They're going to hurt in this particular way. So my particular wound was the felt experience or the belief that I wasn't going to be shown up for in relationships. And because I had this belief, this was a subconscious belief that I didn't even really know I had, what happened was I'd always manifest relationships where I wasn't shown up for. I'd keep experiencing that same thing in my 3D reality. That's because my belief system really was, I'm not going to be shown up for in love. Well, what did I do to fix that or to start working with that to create a new type of relationship? I started being there for my inner child. It'd be something like this. So I'd close my eyes, I'd put my hands on my heart, and I would say, I am here for you. I love you. I know this hurts, but I'm going to keep showing up for you day after day. You're so important to me. You're so special. So when we learn to heal or work with our inner child, we help that part of us start to believe, actually, I am shown up for. Love is here. Love does show up for me. When you start to do that, your beliefs change. And that's when you open up to a new reality that actually maybe someone else could really show up for me too. But it all starts with how we show up for ourselves. The fourth step I took to manifest a fully committed relationship and stop manifesting people not being all in with me, this is a big one. I stopped accepting crumbs from people. This is often a step that some people are scared to take, but it can sometimes have the biggest impact on your relationships. So what do I mean? If you're in a relationship or you're dating someone and they really aren't fully showing up for you, I believe it could be really beneficial for you to create the own boundary in yourself where you say, I am no longer available for relationships where the other person isn't fully showing up for me. Now, this isn't about you threatening a person and saying to them, I'm not going to be with you if you don't fully show up. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you getting real with yourself and making the decision to not hang out in situations where you're not being respected, shown up for, fully loved, fully committed to. If those are the things that you want, we have to be willing to walk away from situations where we're not getting that. And the ironic thing is when you're willing to walk away from situations, usually that's when you start to get people really, really showing up for you. I've heard of this happening so many times. Find it in yourself to stop accepting crumbs from people. Only be available for relationships that people want to be all in with you. And that's how you're going to get a relationship where you are fully committed to. These are the 4 steps that I took to manifest a relationship where I was fully committed to. I'd love to know in the comments below which one of these was your favorite. How are you going to implement it? What are you going to do? Also remember that my course Committed is on sale this week only. You can get all the details in the description below. If you'd like to listen to a guided meditation where you feel like you are in the relationship now, definitely check out this guided meditation right here. And thank you so much for being here with me. I love being here with you. I'll see you soon. Bye.